let's talk to Kim. Welcome to the program.
Hello.
Hi, Kim. What's up?
How are you?
Good.
Okay, so probably a very similar scenario. I'm sure you've heard this quite often.
Never from you, so why don't you tell me your circumstance?
I know, right? Been with a person, I guess you could call him noncommittal, but off and on, we're 60, off and on for the last 12 years, and then noncommittal relationship, if that'll probably tell you what was going on.
I'm sorry, are you living separately or are you shacking up?
Separately.
Okay, so you see each other on and off. What makes for an off time?
Oh, just all those years he wanted to just have fun and play the field. He never was married or had kids or anything like that. And I raised 2 children and was married for like 20 years. And then about 2 years ago...
I'm sorry, so what has made him attractive for 12 years? With what you just described? I'm a little confused. Help me out here.
Probably the physicality, the physical aspect of it.
So you've been having do you mean great sex for 12 years?
Off and on, yes.
Oh, so after being married and raising 2 kids, all you wanted was some great sex when you wanted it?
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. This didn't happen until after I was divorced.
Well, as I said, you divorced, you raised kids, and then after you were divorced, whatever amount of time passed, and you found somebody with whom you could just have great sex, and you didn't have to live together, have a commitment or anything.
Right, but I did want more. I just put up with it. Because
no, sweetie, no. You're saying you're dumb, and you're not dumb, and I'm not going to let you play dumb with me. No woman who wants more is with a guy who doesn't want more. No, it doesn't work out that way. No. She lies to herself, maybe, and she enjoys the good parts, and then the bad parts, that's when they are not together for a while, but you have the freedom that you didn't have when you were married, which ended up in a divorce. So don't play dumb with me, because you're not dumb, and I know it. So, no, you didn't want more.
Okay.
So, okay. Well, you're entitled to pick any situation you want, so
no.
How can I help you?
So, about 2 years ago, he decided, he's like, we're getting up there in age, you haven't found anyone, I haven't found anybody, let's make this official. And so I said, okay, let's try this. And throughout the last couple of years...
I'm sorry, you said, whoa. He said, let's make it official. Did that mean a wedding, a marriage?
No.
No, what other definition is there for making it official?
That's a good question. I guess it was more of just a monogamous relationship.
Oh, you mean for all those years, you guys could screw other people?
I didn't. I'm sure he did. And then he decided.
Well, you don't even know what making it official means? He asked you to make it official and you don't really know what it means? How can that be?
I think you're right. I probably don't know, at 60 years old. And I still
wait a minute. A guy stands across from you and says, I want to make this official. You don't ask, does that mean we're getting married?
Uh-huh.
You just want to shack up? What is it you mean? You didn't even ask? I'm so confused. So if you didn't ask, what did you do next?
I agreed.
To what?
To just the two of us. Just the two of us to be together and not, we didn't live together.
Well, then what more being together would you be after that day that he said that as opposed to before?
He's not talking to other girls and
he said that?
Talking to other guys.
He said that?
Much. No, actually no.
Well, then what are you talking about, woman? Nothing changed. He made that statement, but nothing changed.
No, I think that's the
I
problem,
think,
Dr.
I
Laura.
think, I
And then-
think, I think, think is not spelled Know.
Mhm.
Why are you so why are you so flippant with your life? I'm curious.
Probably insecurities.
About what?
Not
Insecure about what? Tell me. You know that I don't buy into everything people try to sell you. In fact, the harder something is pushed, the more I want to ask, what's really going on here? And nowhere does that matter more than Medicare. Because when it comes to your health care, you need someone looking out for you, not someone just trying to make a commission. That's why I want you to know about Chapter. They're independent Medicare advisors who compare plans nationwide for free and help you find the coverage that fits you best. If you're already on the right plan, they'll tell you. If you're not, they'll help you make a change. Folks who switched with Chapter last year saved an average of $1,100. A call with Chapter takes under 20 minutes, and there's no pressure. Call 347-269-1868 or go to askchapter.org/Dr. Laura. That's askchapter.org/Dr. Laura.
I don't know if I have the answer. I mean, everybody tells me I'm beautiful and I'm smart and I'm successful and everything you hear from your friends and family, right? But
how could you? I don't get it. I really still don't get it. That's nice. You're beautiful. You're smart. You're accomplished. Blah blah blah. But the reality is, you're divorced, so you have a failure in a marriage, and you got a guy who doesn't want to make a commitment. So you have the safety there, and you're pretending something. And you say you're insecure. The cure for insecurity is not being with a man who breeds insecurity because he's not wanting to make a commitment. It's so curious.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What was your question? Because we're not going to make headway with this. You're not going to move from this situation. And you're going to pass it off onto insecurities, which is sort of useless, but go ahead. So what was your question going to be with respect to this relationship?
He's following, you're going to love this one. He follows hot Instagram girls, and it's none of your business.
It's none of your business. None of your freaking business.
Okay.
He's an independent male. He can lead his life the way he chooses. If you want to overlap your life with his, that's your decision. But you have no right to ask him to change anything. You don't like that he looks at girls and gets off on it and masturbates for days when you don't even know where he is. None of your business. For you to get uppity about that is ridiculous. He has no commitment to you. And if he's that kind of man, that is his entertainment, then you have a bad choice in men. But you can't take a murderer and say, hey, I'll marry you if you stop killing people.
That's a good point. But I did break it off about two.
But you'll get back. Because he's the only one you can find to play this game with you.
So how do I get off the merry-go-round?
I see no reason for you to get off the merry-go-round. You're not looking for something warm and deep. And I really don't know why, and I don't accept everybody tells me I'm beautiful and smart, but I'm very insecure and don't think I can be loved. I mean, that's not holding water with me. Give me a better argument.
I wish I had a better argument.
Oh, come on. Do your best. Remember, you just told me a little while ago how smart you were, how everybody keeps telling you how smart you are, so let's use the smarts. So think for a bit. Let's use your smarts.
But Dr. Laura, I need to get out of it for my own peace of mind. I really do. And I'm making a move from California to Arizona. I just purchased a home in Arizona, and I'm hoping that this is kind of something that's going to help
The
me
minute a
detach
person
from-
tells me they've made some amazingly huge leap and they're hoping that would work, I know it's not going to. Because it's not a decision to be healthier inside your own mind, heart, and soul. You're escalating because you're angry. And I don't think it's over.
So I made this
I
decision
don't
like 6 months
believe
ago.
it's over listening to you.
Okay.
Because you're thinking
So I'm just going to continue with my
geography
life.
makes
Yeah,
a
go ahead.
difference in your psyche, and it doesn't. So since you're not,
Okay.
other than sex,
Yeah.
it was nice not to have to be responsible to anybody. Let's talk about how this had many benefits. Let's talk about the benefits, please.
Okay.
He's good in bed.
Um,
He's a smooth talker. He's good with women.
mm-hmm.
And you're okay with
Did
just
he-
that for a while. And then, like every woman,
Well,
you want to feel that you're special, but you know you're not. So you get angry and we're off. And then one of you chases the other, and that makes you feel good again. So you need to back up and look less at him, because he's the symptom. He's not the problem. So tell me about this marriage and divorce.
I just was never 100% attracted to my husband. He was a good enough man, and we had a good life. We had great kids we raised, but I was never attracted to him.
You mean we're talking about sex again?
And I guess so. Yep.
Did you have sex with your husband?
Yes.
How frequently, typically?
It was because I did it because I knew it was the right.
How
it was the
frequently?
right duty.
Typically, how frequent?
About once a week.
And did you have orgasms?
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So let's look at your history.
Okay.
Not interested in sex with a really good man who was a good husband, a good father, and a really intelligent choice. Great sex with a piece of shit. Again, it's the sex that you keep bringing me back to.
Mm-hmm.
But
So
two men you didn't love.
something-
Two men you didn't love.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I'm without knowing me my whole life, I think there's definitely some truth to that.
And what do you think from your earlier life makes it hard for you to be vulnerable and to love somebody? What do you think has caused that?
If I'm going to go back in childhood, probably I didn't have a father. He was a good dad, but he was not a good husband. So I saw maybe that was my example.
How do you know he wasn't a good husband?
Because I saw a lot go down. He was a carouser. He was a drinker. He wasn't good to my mother.
And to this day, do you understand why she stayed, if she indeed did?
Why did I stay? For my sister and myself.
Any other
Anyway,
reason having not to do with her kids?
She loved him. She was absolutely in love with him.
So love.
They were high school sweethearts. They had a history together.
Love. Are you saying that on some degree with all his behaviors that was abusive? You don't have to punch somebody out to be abusive.
Definitely. Yes.
So let's look at the decision you made. No man is going to get all of me.
No man is what? I missed you. What
Is going to get all of me.
And that is because of what I was exposed to.
Are you asking a question or making a statement? Are you asking a question or making a statement?
I'm both.
Don't you see a parallel? I'm just pointing out a parallel. You watched your mother take abuse and love him. And you'll be damned if you're going to love any man.
That's very, very possible that this could be my issue. Yeah. That you love. Yeah. So just go,
So in your new state, get a good psychotherapist and try to work this through. As I said, this guy is a symptom. He is not the problem. The problem, I think, is you'll be damned if you're going to love any man and be that vulnerable like your mother was. She loved him and got abused. Bull. I'm not going to love a man and get abused.
Yeah, you made some valid points.
So in your new state, get counseling. I don't care what you do with this latest guy. He's a symptom. He's not the problem. And since he's not close by, you're not going to be having great sex with him, so he'll probably fade into oblivion. Call me back anytime. I'm Dr. Laura Schlessinger. My number, 1-800-Dr. Laura. Have me preach, teach, and nag at you for whatever it is you're going through.
My friend.
My wife.
My husband.
Mother-in-law.
My dad.
My sister.
I just need to know what the right thing to do is in this situation.
Call 1-800-375-2872. Let me get you focused.
Looking for you to help me get my head screwed on straight.
Okay, I'll try. It's time for you to call, okay? Now, what's my prescription for better, stronger, happier relationships? Easy. It's the all-new Dr. Laura podcast, featuring a morning monologue by yours truly and a call of the day handpicked by me. Listen daily and get a dose of my preaching, teaching, and nagging at drlaura.com or on the SiriusXM app or wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all good.